Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And we are now in 2025. And I decided I wanted to do a couple of things with this video, not just go through my top three favorite bands of all time, which I am going to do that in a minute, but I also want to talk about, at the same time, about the future and what I'm planning on getting and what I'm planning on doing and stuff like that. But I can do both, and I'm going to do both. So, as you all know, my favorite band is Tool, and I'm just going to go quickly into this and show you everything I own of Tool. There's Opiates, Undertow, Anima, a string quartet tribute to Anima, which is pretty cool. It's the whole album around the same length and time and everything. It goes through each song in order. It's actually perfect. I want to get the well. They have one for Lateralis, and I need to get that too. And then, of course, my all-time favorite, you know, favorite CD of and band, and this here is the pinnacle. It's the peak. Then what comes in second and third are pretty closely matched. Okay, and I did pick one over the other, but they still are not to the caliber of my. Well, this there's a reason why this is my favorite band of all time. I mean, I was right there right from the beginning when it was only Opiate. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna dwell. I can talk an hour about that, but I've already mentioned a lot of that already on my channel. So, but I also have the DVD, yeah, the DVD videos for this is for Parabola. This is for Schism. Yeah, it's just the DVD videos. There's extras with it too, but yeah, I have them both. I also have a Rockabye Baby lullaby renditions of Tool. This is actually pretty cool to put on going to bed sometimes, because it is those, kind of baby sounds, but it's still it actually still pretty damn good for what it is, and I'm pretty happy to have it. Mhm. Then, of course, you got the 10,000 Days, and then I got the video for Vicarious, of course. And then, of course, it's DVD. And then, of course, I have this electric electro-acoustic tribute to Tool, and this is actually really cool. The guy sounds pretty good. He doesn't sound exactly like Maynard, but he gives off the same vibe as Maynard. They really do justice to the songs, especially the ones they sing. And they do a couple of really cool instrumental versions of the other songs. I love it. And and of course in the DVD realm, well, not DVD yet, but getting there. Of course, the cash grab, as I would call it, buying two different copies of Fear Inoculum because it's Tool, and I had to have both copies for different because this has the cards in it. This has the video player, which is dead. I still have to charge it up, so I can't play it right now. But I also and I don't have a Blu-ray player yet. I've been meaning to get one, but I have this here. I have this. It's called Opiate Squared, and it's a Blu-ray. And I mean, the looking at the book is pretty cool, but it would be nice to be able to put that on every once in a while and check it out. I've only seen it once at my brother's, so yeah, I need to hear a Blu-ray player. And then of course a pretty good review of Tool right up until after 10,000 days. They didn't. There's nothing in here of the newest one, of course, of Fear Inoculum, but it does cover everything from before, well, 10,000 days and before. Pretty good hit. Yeah, I like that. I'm glad. But I still would love a more professional, in depth. kind of look at the band, like going through their, I mean, it's good, but it's still an unofficial. I like to see an official documentary about Tool. That would be something one day. All right, so you guys may know that I'm planning on getting a new camera and a new microphone. I would still love to try to get a new computer, but that may have to wait until maybe February for that to happen. We'll see when the time comes. I mean, I'm still using this laptop for now, and it's doing okay. There's a lot of things with it I can't do, but I wish I could. All right, I'm not going to drag this on too much. I still want to go through some more of now with my second favorite band. I have decided that my second favorite band is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and specifically one album that I'll come up with here. But I have here Float Along, Fill Your Lungs, which is good. Float along, fill your lungs. Yeah, but there are some. I have a list here somewhere, but there are quite a bit of King Gizzard I need to get that I don't have yet. So I have a Paper Mache Dream Balloon, which is probably in my top five. Is in my top five favorites for sure. But this is my favorite. Is not Nonagon Infinity. Open the door. Nonagon Infinity. Opens the door. And then I got the live stuff here. Yep, it's San Francisco live in 16. So it was the tour basically for Nonagon Infinity. So that's a nice companion. And of course, my Nonagon Infinity is not just a CD. It also has the second disc here with the bonus material in it. So it's doubly good. And of course, this here is probably my second or third favorite King Gizzard album because it was the introduction to King Gizzard for me. It's the Flying Microtonal Banana, and that's named after his guitar. This guitar you kind of see pictured there in the picture. Hopefully, you can see that pretty well. But yeah, I loved all that microtonal stuff, and there's a couple of other albums. I have one of them. I have the KG. I just don't have the LW yet. That's which would have been part two and then part three. I have part two of this. This is part one. I have part two, and I need part three. I actually have an appreciation for this. It's not up there as one of my favorite King Gizzard albums, but but I don't know. There is a certain mood for it. It's not low in score. It's still still a pretty good album. You just have to be in a certain mood for it. And yeah, it's a different genre. They tackle different genres and they kill it. So yeah, this was one that really will. I wasn't crazy for it the first time I played it, but by the third time that I listened to this, it really yeah, it got a lot. I appreciate it a lot more. And of course, there was this here, Polygon Wonderland. That is awesome too. It's free. It's copyright free, 100%. You can go and make your own copies of it and sell it to the public, and make a profit off of this. The band gave that to us. Is the only one, but they gave that to us. And I'm pretty happy to have that too. Gumboot Soup. There's a lot of gems on that. Of course, I like that Greenhouse Heat Death is on there. All Is Known is on there, which is two of my favorite songs on this for sure. But the whole thing is actually really good, and I need to listen to that again soon. Uh, Doing metal justice, Infested Rat's Nest. Yeah, this is an awesome one too. I've played this a few times already, so I don't know if Metallica sounded kind of like this, but if they had Cliff Burton with them rather than and I don't know. Yeah, I'm just speculating, but yeah, they nail that. Would you call this thrash metal? Kinda. It's heavy metal for sure, but I'm not exactly sure what genre you would put this in. But I consider it on par with thrash, with the old Metallica and that. But just as good, just as good. I love this album. This is a challenging listen, but I like it. It is rewarding. There is a it is a little bloated and it has a lot of talking parts in it, but they don't really detract from the story. I mean, it does tell one big central story, and the musicality of it is top notch. There's not a bad note on this at all. It's just that for some people. They might not get into all that what do we call it, exposition. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, exposition. That's because it's mostly all like a lot of talking in it, but it works. Here's another one of my top favorites. Here is Fishing for Fishies. Yeah. uh yeah, again, I'm not going to go into. I just hope you guys just take the time to go and check that out. And of course, like I was saying, the part two there, KG. I'm just missing the second part to it. Well, it is actually part three of the Microtonal series. It's called LW, Lizard Wizard. And then there's Butterfly 3000. And when I first saw that cover, I kind of figured out pretty quickly that it's one of those stereoscopic type of puzzles. If you focus kind of past or you could probably cross your eyes, but if you focus past the picture and you converge the two butterflies, the blue one and the red one, into one vision in the middle, it comes out a three-dimensional picture that pops out of the out of the cover, and I think it's genius. I think it's genius. I love that cover. I mean, you might look at it and say, there's nothing remarkable. It's just textiles. It's just a weird kind of wallpaper, in some rich person's house or something. But no, that butterfly you can see here and here, it pops out of the page. It pops out. So I love that cover. But it's also a great album too. It's so mellow and uplifting and peaceful, and yeah, it's great. And this here, it doesn't necessarily count in the discography, but I still have it anyway. It's a Teenage Gizzard. It's just a half hour EP. Has 10 songs on it, but it's only a half an hour EP. And I don't really count the EPs as so much as an album. I mean, I still always kind of do when it comes to Opiate from Tool. I don't know, because that was the first thing I heard of them, and that for me was like an album. And then of course they made their first actual studio album with Undertow, and yeah. All right, so now before it gets too late, 20 minutes. That's what I was planning for. I should be able to finish going through these within 20 minutes. All right. Yeah, I am still working on making that song for Metal Guru 85. I'm taking his poem, and so what do I have of Sparks? Well, I can show you very quickly here, but I want to go through my list actually. So, of course, I have the past tense, the best of Sparks. So, if you're looking into Sparks and you're not sure where to start, you cannot go wrong with this. I got the 3-disc set. Apparently, there's a 2-disc set, but why would you want to go there when you can get 3 discs of awesomeness and every song is top notch? Like it, when you put that on, you just let it go and let it go and let it go. And once one this is done, put the other one on. And it's all I feel it's all good stuff. There's not I like pretty much almost everything, especially on this, because it's all the best songs. It's really all the best songs, and it really gives you a nice overview of their whole career of where they went, and yeah, it's really well balanced. And so I also have this, the Kimono My House. The 50 years later. It's kind of heavy metalish type bands doing some rockin' versions of Kimono My House, song by song. Even the bonus songs of Barbecue D and Lost and Found are being done. So that's cool. So of course I have the Sparks, which used to be called Half Nelson. I got I got Kimono. I got Propaganda. I got I got Number One in Heaven. I got the anniversary of Number One in Heaven, which yeah, I had to get that. I got Womp That Sucker. One of my new favorites is Angst in My Pants. Yeah, that's up there as my second favorite. Definitely love that. Uh, there's Pulling Rabbits Out of a Hat. There's Gratuitous Sax and Senseless Violence. There's Balls, which is a cover handmade by me because the original got damaged. Then there's Exotic Creatures of the Night. There's the Franz Ferdinand. I still kind of count it, even though it is more Franz Ferdinand than Sparks. But I love it. There's Hello Young Lovers, Hippopotamus, Steady Drip Drip Drip, and the girl is crying in her latte. That's all I have of Sparks. And yeah, so just to show you here, that was my list of and of course the regardless of what the score says, because it should be that the Franz Ferdinand and Number One in Heaven should be more in the top place because they got higher scores, but that's not necessarily how I was ranking them. That this was just a guide into doing the ranking. There's always going to be extra factors for that ranking. But you see here these red check marks, okay? Those are the ones I own, and ones that don't have that red check mark, those are the ones I don't own, okay? So I'm telling you right now is I'm going to be getting In Outer Space. So in about a week or so, I will be ordering. I'll be ordering In Outer Space. I'll be ordering. I'm probably going to skip Big Beat because I want to get a Woofer and Tweeters closing. That would be and yeah, plagiarism, and yeah, a Woofer and Tweeters closing, or probably Indiscreet. I don't know which one I want to get more. A Woofer and Tweeters closing or Indiscreet. I'm probably Indiscreet because I know that's an album that will grow on me. I mean, it got a somewhat of a lowish score, and I for some reason I feel bad about that. I know that I should like it more so than the rest of them, and yeah, I gave that an asterisk for some reason. I can't remember why now that I gave that an asterisk. It's the only one that has an asterisk on it, so there must be a reason for that. So yeah, those are the ones I'm going to be ordering, and then the next time, probably in about a few weeks after that, I'll be ordering a Woofer and Tweeters closing, Big Beat. I'll order Big Beat, and Introducing Sparks are the ones I'll be ordering after that, and then slowly going down to the ones as you see, I already own all the ones that are on top of my list, right? But as we go in towards the middle, then it gets a little sporadic, and then you see at the end, boom, all the ones that are in last place, the last 6 or 7, the last 7 on the bottom of the list, I do not own. So yeah, you can see where my priorities are. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So also, I will be doing for sometime this month. I am going to be doing what I did with the Sparks for Sparks Timber, and what I also did for Beatles. As you know, I went through all the Beatles albums one by one and marked them all down, the scores and everything. And then at the end here, I ranked them all off. Now you see where it says the X is there. There's an X before Past Masters, Hard Day's Night, Magical Mystery Tour, Help, and Yellow Submarine. Those are the only 5 I do not own yet of the Beatles, and I will be getting them as soon as I can. Just want to let you know that. But that same ranking that I did for the for these Beatles and with the the 5.5s and and so on. I'll be doing the same thing with the King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. I will be going right back from the beginning and going through each and every single one of them. Yep, that's what I'll be doing. So that's it. I think that's all I want to say on this episode. Kind of show you what I have of my 3 favorite bands totally. And of course I could have went my top 5 favorite bands, but I didn't want to spend too much time doing this. I still have to get ready for work and stuff, but I got a long weekend coming up there, for my birthday. January 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. I will not be working. I have that week off because of my birthday. And I'm gonna be upping the content as much as I can during that time because it's my birthday. I want to celebrate it, and I want to celebrate it as much as I can with you guys out there. Because yeah, you guys are. I didn't want to not make a video today and say, well, if I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite bands, and maybe in the next day or so I'll continue with a part 2 where I talk about more of my favorite bands, and I'll show you everything I got of them. And yeah, and hopefully, yep, no, everything will be fine, and yep, we're all good. Um, I know I want to say something else, but I can't think of it at the moment. Something very important. Oh well, yeah, no. I should have said this at the beginning. Okay, this is not. I had something else in mind, but I almost forgot to give a shout out to my last known subscriber. I saw it in the notifications that you were subscribed. So Dickie Fears, thank you for checking out my channel. I do hope you get everything you want from it. I aim to please, and yeah, welcome to the Moster family. And everybody, I hope you had a great new year and everything. And okay, I'm gonna let you go before I start babbling. Just everybody, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace.